Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Last week, we talked about how Janelle Brown isn't exactly eager to be friends with Robyn Brown. Apparently, Robyn had reached out, hoping to mend fences and rebuild their relationship. But Janelle was hesitant. She said there's a lot of history there, a lot of hurts, and she wasn't sure she wanted to dive back into all of that. She explained it like this. Yeah, there's some history in the past. My desire to reconnect is there. But I'm kind of like, do I really want to do this again? And honestly, that makes sense. I wanted to know what she meant by history, so I dug into the family roots to find out. What I discovered is that Janelle's tension with Robyn goes back to when Robyn joined the family. There were big financial stresses at the time, and Robyn's entrance and the way she treated her own kids made things even more complicated. Plus, Janelle had some issues with Robyn's relationship with Cody. Overall, Janelle and Robyn never had a particularly close or friendly relationship to begin with. So, adding all this on top of it made things tricky. Back when the first season was filming, Cody and Janelle were both working full-time. Meri had a part-time job that didn't bring in much, so most of the family's finances were basically being kept afloat by Cody and Janelle. Then, Cody brings in Robyn and decides she won't work. She'll be a stay-at-home wife and mom, helping out with Christine's kids. For Janelle, this was stressful. She was already stretched thin financially, and suddenly she was expected to support another wife and 3 more kids without extra income. On top of that, Robyn had a very different parenting style. She was emotional, more nurturing, and her kids cried more easily. Sometimes she even stepped into decisions about older kids that weren't really hers to make. All of this added up, and it's easy to see why Janelle felt a mix of frustration and, honestly, some understandable anger. So here's where things got even trickier. Robyn's approach to parenting and faith really clashed with how the family had been doing things. She came in extremely devoted to her beliefs and the principles of the faith, and that created tension right away. See, the family had been on this let the kids choose their own path kind of trajectory. They wanted to give the kids space to decide their own lives, even whether or not to embrace polygamy. Robyn didn't see it that way at all. She would often push her views on faith and family decisions, and that rubbed Janelle the wrong way. There's a story from early on, when they moved to Las Vegas, about Robyn disagreeing with letting the kids join a Presbyterian youth group. She thought the kids needed to live fully in the faith, be around others who shared those beliefs, and not stray. That sparked arguments, including one with Maddie, and you could tell Janelle was angry. She felt like Robyn was constantly overstepping, telling her how to raise her own kids, and changing the family dynamic. Add in the fact that Robyn had another baby, Solomon, while not working, and Janelle's financial stress just piled up. Then there was Robyn's relationship with Cody. Janelle once called her a damsel, someone who created emergencies and leaned heavily on Cody to fix things. She thought Robyn was far too dependent on him, always needing his time and attention. Robyn, on the other hand, felt that Janelle was more secure in her marriage to Cody, and that she herself was still figuring out her place in the family dynamic. Basically, Robyn's belief system and lifestyle clashed with Janelle's live and let live approach. Robyn wanted to do everything by the book of the faith, which aligned with Cody, but it clashed with Janelle's style. Over time, this history of disagreements about money, parenting, and the way Cody and Robyn interacted left a long, complicated mark. Even today, it seems like Robyn still leans on Cody in ways that create urgency and drama, which, honestly, makes it easier to understand why Janelle has struggled to feel at ease with her. Now, some people might say that Robyn could be using certain tactics because she knows she needs Cody. And let's be real, she's got young kids and depends on him a lot. Cody, for his part, seems to respond because she's compliant, not combative. But here's the catch. While she's getting the attention she needs from Cody, it can also disrupt the relationships he already had with the other wives. In Janelle's mind, it probably feels like Robyn is monopolizing his time. And that's hard to watch when you've already built a long-standing bond with him. Honestly, I can see where Janelle is coming from. Imagine working full-time, then suddenly being asked to support another wife and her 3 kids who aren't yours, without any extra recognition or appreciation. And while Cody may see this as part of his divine plan for the family, it puts Janelle in a really uncomfortable position. She's being asked to stretch herself emotionally and financially in ways that feel almost impossible. And it wasn't just Janelle. Christine's relationship with Robyn never got off to a smooth start, either. In the very first episode, Christine was sharing how stressful her marriage was with Cody. She was pregnant with her 6th child. He was courting Robyn in the middle of her pregnancy, and he barely showed up for the birth. Then, he takes an 11-day honeymoon with Robyn, leaving her to manage alone. It's understandable that she felt sidelined. From the way it looks, Cody devoted most of his energy to Robyn and her kids, helping them adjust and feel at home. He even had the kids calling him dad right away, a practice that honestly can feel awkward when blending families. For children, it should be a personal choice, not forced immediately. The rapid merging of the family created tension, making some kids feel overlooked while attention shifted to the new family unit. Experts, like Kristen Decker, point out that this kind of dynamic isn't unusual in polygamous families. The newest wife, the one bearing children, is often the focus because she represents the family's future. And in many of these situations, it's less about nurturing relationships with the existing wives and more about securing the next generation. That can make things feel incredibly unbalanced for everyone else. Honestly, that's the sad reality. Cody's trying to act like he's a father to 18, 20 or so kids. Who even knows the exact number at this point? And it's just impossible. There's no way he can maintain a meaningful relationship with all of them. That's probably why we see some of the kids pulling back from him now. They experienced an absent dad for much of their lives. He's gone 4 days a week, and when he's home, it's just a few hours. Eat, sleep, repeat. For the kids, it's a revolving door, while their moms are the consistent presence in their lives. So, long story short, don't expect Christine, Janelle, and Robyn to suddenly become best friends, laughing together, cooking together, all that. That ship has long sailed. The idea that sister wives can magically get along is, frankly, pretty naive. Sharing a husband isn't a natural situation. And what we're seeing on TV now is more of the reality of polygamy. It's complicated, stressful, and it affects everyone. No one gets through it unscathed. That's the honest truth, folks. I'd love to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.